So the second one is nati itam. Ita. Okay, so it's a very nice explanation I can give you. It is to give. It's from root word yaj, which means to sacrifice. And that's where yajna comes. Okay, the Sanskrit word yajna. Okay. And from where another Sanskrit word yajamana, owner, comes. That means one who creates karma. Okay. Itha is a state where you give, you sacrifice. So we might say that we already did dana, natti dhinam, so we made atti dhinam. So what is this about? It's about sacrificing for a higher cause. So you know you're in a lower state and you want a higher state. As in, if you want things to work, you have to please, right? So you have a boss, you need to please the boss through your work. That's higher. So your boss is higher than you. Now you can't become the boss, right? So you have to sacrifice. Maybe you're sacrificing your time. Maybe you're sacrificing your personal comfort. Or you might sacrifice weekends. Let's say in a normal software world, Saturdays and Sundays are off. But sometimes you have to work on Saturday and Sunday as well for the sake of customer. So that's sacrifice. So even if I say I don't want to sacrifice, but actually I am sacrificing. Okay. So it is to sacrifice. It need not be religious. Anything that you sacrifice, including religious. So I sacrifice today for Uposatta. It's sacrifice, right? It's still a sacrifice. You can't say, I can't sacrifice. You will. If you go to a temple, you're sacrificing the time, you're sacrificing yourself for that God, right? So you're doing it. Why do you do it? Why can't you be the boss? And that's never be possible. If you start your own company also, you require customer who is the boss. So you have to please them. You have to sacrifice. So there is nothing in this world where you can say there is no sacrifice. Okay. So Elton John has a nice song. Have you heard about sacrifice? Elton John. Have you heard the song either? I think you should go and hear to Elton John. Okay. Just search for sacrifice and you will see about sacrifice. Elton John. It's a human sign when things go wrong. Okay, just look at that lyrics. It's really nice one. So how do you sacrifice? So even if you want to have a girl or a house or something, there is sacrifice. Worldly things requires sacrifice. Okay, so you have to agree to it. So it meant yajna, which is fire ritual offering, gifts given to Arya or whatever or anyone. Okay, then act of renunciation, nekkhamma, naiskramya in Sanskrit. Okay, so means you would like to let go. So you have to sacrifice. And these can include giving wealth, giving time, giving food, giving service, support of spiritual life, renounce pleasure for virtue. Including the time we are spending now is a sacrifice. Okay. And in October, yeah, Madhulika and her son and Niket had come here. So they sacrificed the 5 days. And I heard from Madhulika that Niket had to cancel a ticket to join her and all of that. It's actually sacrifice. For whatever reason he came, I don't know what he got out of it or what he didn't get out of it. But he spent money, he spent time because he was a client place and then he had to cancel and so many things happened. So it's a sacrifice. Okay, so you are going to sacrifice. So renouncing pleasure for virtue. So what a person feels in general is that there is no thing to sacrifice. Meaning, I deserve it. I want it. So people are doing for me. So let's say I get to this opinion that you all are doing for me. It's arrogance. But I have to sacrifice my comfort, time, energy, everything, and just do this, what I'm doing, without expectation. It's sacrifice. And then the punya will come. But if I do it with expectation of punya, no, that's not sacrifice. You're not letting go of anything. So in this world, worldly or otherwise, there is a sacrifice between husband and wife. Absolutely, there's a sacrifice. For the child, husband and wife both have to support. It's a sacrifice. So everything is worth a sacrifice. Okay. So a person holding these views always think, why give? Because it changes nothing. Why restrain myself? No result of action anyway. Why donate? Because there's nothing called karmic effect. That means I'm going to get something good in future. Why sacrifice comfort? Let me be comfortable. But he doesn't realize, or he or she doesn't realize, that without that sacrifice, they will not get it. Meaning they'll be going in circles, they'll be putting so much of effort. That itself is a sacrifice. They don't know. They are wasting their time, energy, money, position, etc., to get something which is so minuscule, but still you have to sacrifice. Can't get it. Right? So let's say I have some employees, okay, and those employees are doing something. So then I want to monitor them. I'm sacrificing my pleasure. Because I don't know whether he's going to do it or not, or she's going to do it or not. That's sacrifice. Okay. So we need to understand. And now we come to the religious sacrifices. In Hindu, it's yajna, homa, dana, etc. In Christianity, they have charity, self-sacrifice, tithis. In Islam, it's called zakat, sadat, kurbani, Judaism, korban, charity, like that. So each one of them have the same concept. Without sacrificing, you can't go up. You can't even stay in the current place. You have to sacrifice. Even animals, they sacrifice. Okay, for the children. So you need to sacrifice. Birds, they sacrifice. So no being can stay without sacrifice. Okay, please remember that we are sacrificing. Now, what happens when there is no sacrifice? First thing, there's no generosity. It's not about giving money, being generous, in heart, not about just I'll give $5,000. No, that's arrogance. It's about generous. You feel generous towards others. Then for that, you give a sweet box or you give a $5,000, you give $10,000 or you give $1. That's all what it means. But generosity. Then there is no sense restraint without sacrifice. In fact, they'll be doing it, but they don't know. To get something, you're so caught up. So you leave all the remaining senses in search of it. Now, for this matter, let's say I have to go to New Zealand. Now that I've visited Australia, visited US, I feel bored of it. And seeing the same face of Bobby, no good. I want somebody else, say Asad or Anusha or anyone or me or whatever, then I'd like to go there. Hi, Lata. So I have to sacrifice my pleasure of flying, sit for so many hours. Bad news is that it is going to land in Sydney only. Then from Sydney, I need to change a flight to New Zealand, Auckland, right? So to just go and visit a city, I need to have sacrifice of pleasure. Or even I pay money, that's fine. Let's say I get a business class ticket. Still, I can't get it. It takes time. So you're sacrificing your time. Okay. So then there is no compassion. I remember Lata telling me no compassion. So now I feel, yes, there's no compassion. Because the arrogance would be there, that you know something and hence there's no compassion. Because there's no sacrifice. Okay. And then the cause and effect is missed. Either you go by cause and no effect, or effect and no cause. That's when the confusion comes. Many people believe that cause has no effect because the effect is not seen now. So I care a damn when it comes. Okay, so because in this life I'm not seeing anything. Like I tell a lie now, but nothing happened. So I believe that there's no effect. If you say there's a cause, okay, I told a lie, but what's the effect? So then I go to three extreme points. One point is that I didn't want to tell a lie, but the situation was such that I had to tell a lie. So I told a lie. So because of the past deeds. So it's not that I wanted to say. So it's over. Or I believe in my God, and the God told me to tell lies. Because I told in trust of God. In God I trust. So I lied in my God. Or just random. It just happened. No effect. No cause, no effect. So literally misplaces the cause and effect. So the best way of living is that there's cause and there's an effect. This cause will give an effect. So you remove the cause, there's no effect. The whole idea is to cut the cause and there's no effect. So for that, you need to sacrifice. You need to agree to sacrifice. So then sacrifice doesn't mean killing or something like that, but actually it's contextual, meaning you give yourself. And that's exactly what you do when you marry. You give yourself up. Somebody is using your body. Because male or female doesn't matter. You have given up. That's the worst thing you could do, is to give yourself up, which you are doing it anyway. So just agree that you are sacrificing and be happy with it, that you are sacrificing. So that's about sacrifice. Any questions on this? That there is sacrifice. So if we can look at today's conditions, today's way of looking at things, I can say, if I'm doing charitable, then I won't donate because I don't know what kind of people are there. I don't want to waste my money and something like that. Then in family, nowadays parents are staying separate, children are staying separate. Parents are kept in old age homes, and the children will say, what's the point in taking up these old people? Anyway, they're useless. Okay. And let me take care of myself. Okay. So that's in family. In practice, what is meditation? I care a damn. I don't have time for that. I have better things to do right now. Okay. In ethics, everyone cheats. So why expect me to be honest? You show me one person who doesn't cheat. So I don't believe that anything makes sense there. And in teaching, let me charge, because free doesn't have any free as such. Maybe I'll give some discount, but nothing called free. So there's no sacrifice. In Dhamma, if I charge, it is not right, because there's no sacrifice. And without sacrifice, you can't move forward. Yeah. So that's it on sacrifice, unless you have something to discuss on this. Yes.
Yeah, I never connected the dots, but I was looking up. It seems that sacrifice comes from sacred and to do. So it had the meaning of doing something for the higher purpose itself.
Yeah, it is higher than the self. So it is to give, to lend yourself. It's actually a service. So in if you do yajna, you are pleasing the gods. So you need to do that. Okay, because if you don't do it, you don't get worldly um, situations. So you have somebody who is higher, right? And need to do that. If I have a boss, I need to please. Simple as that. Not please the boss by talking good about the boss, it is finishing the job. So you take the job and you finish it. So you're truthful on one side and you're also giving up. So otherwise it turns cheating. Yes, Ritu, go ahead.
Okay, sir, I wanted to understand that since one is doing the sacrifice, but is there a hidden expectation in that?
You shouldn't have. If it's hidden or open, it doesn't matter. If the moment you have expectation, then you're not sacrificing.
Yes.
See, let's say on job, I've been given a role and I'm sacrificing my time, I'm sacrificing my skill set.
Yes.
Okay, so there's an expectation that I need to finish this and I'm doing my best to finish it. If I don't have skill set, I need to develop the skill set, which means that I need to spend more time and more energy in getting the things done. The expectation is that, oh, if I take this skill, I will get so much of returns from the company. No, I'm doing it for completing the work. So I'm sacrificing my comfort. I'm sacrificing my time. I'm sacrificing my labor to get the work done.
Yes.
So that's sacrifice. So they
That
can't
is
be,
the,
yes, go ahead.
yeah, so there is no expectation, and then you are doing that thing,
Yes.
then it is the real sacrifice.
Yes, without sacrifice, you can't go up. Meaning the conditions will never change to better if there is no sacrifice.
Okay.
See, basically, Ritu is like this. All of us are tied to each other. Okay, like just assume that there's a long rope and then each one is tied to that rope. If even one falls, everybody falls,
Okay. Yes.
which we might not see,
Yeah, it's not seen. Yes.
but everybody falls. Okay,
Okay. Yes.
because the other
Yes.
person also does the same mistake as what I'm doing.
Ah,
So then the world turns into a very crooked sense and a very manipulative, right? So when there's no sacrifice, it turns into manipulation.
correct.
And when you're manipulating, you look at your self. So there's no self sacrifice. You basically the whatever is working stops not working. So the person gets so pressurized. Even then, if he goes to an astrologer, he's sacrificing his time and money to get to see why things are not
Yeah.
working. So he can't or she can't escape sacrifice. But here he's doing it with self. That means the sacrifice, even though he's doing it, does not lead to any punya.
Yes.
So in the worldly life, there is sacrifice for everything you do.
Correct.
Yeah. So you are sacrificing your comfort for your children. It's sacrifice. Like my wife didn't go to work and she took care of the son, is a sacrifice. So can my son repay that to her? And the answer is no. And that's the reason, and as we go forward, we'll see Natti Mata, Natti Pita will come. So yeah, because
that you cannot repay them.
you can't repay. So he can't repay the food she has given as soon as he was born. It's impossible, or none of us can.
Yeah.
That's irreplaceable. So is this like she sacrificed
Yes.
and she's taken the pain of delivery, like my mother taken the pain of delivery, and each one of us have given pain to our mother
Yes.
for us to survive right now. That means because her sacrifice has made us here. So it's a connection, like, their parents sacrificed and their parents sacrificed and their parents sacrificed. That means every being has sacrificed.
Yeah.
So
Very true.
I can't be sitting here without my sacrifice of my parents. Impossible.
Impossible.
They have sacrificed time, they have sacrificed labor, they have sacrificed everything. Yeah, they've had a lot of bad things, that's correct, but still they had a lot of good things. This is the best thing, that they are there till the child is grown up. That's a sacrifice. So cannot be repaid. And what cannot be repaid can only be filled with gratitude. You can't pay it. You can't pay it. Some children will say, you tell me how much expense you are born, I will pay you. And the mother should ask, try to go into the labor ward and let me know if I can transfer you that.
It's not possible.
Not possible. So, what's not possible, what cannot be repaid, can only be filled with gratitude. So, none of us are independent in that way.
Yeah, we are indebted, or we are whatever you can say, that somebody has sacrificed and that's why we are where we are.
Yes, not somebody. There is someone like a teacher who has sacrificed for the child to study.
Yes,
There's a parent who has sacrificed their time for the child.
child.
There's a society which has sacrificed in order to get him or her to a shape. The country has sacrificed for that person. So everything is a sacrifice.
Correct.
And so I'm sacrificing my time and you are also sacrificing your time. And now I've also sacrificed my job for Dhamma. That's another sacrifice.
But sir, your sacrifice is much, much higher than our sacrifice.
So be it. So be it, but still a sacrifice. Right? So you're also sacrificing. If there were no students, can there be a teacher?
Yeah, that is true.
So then I would go back to work. But if the company doesn't want to take me, what I can do? Can I go back to work?
No.
So they have to sacrifice someone to take me.
Yes.
So can I be arrogant and say that, yeah, I have skills so I can get a job? No, it is not. So first,
It's not.
the position has to be there. Two, somebody has to like what I can do. Three, they have to give me an opportunity. Four, they have to pay me whatever I wish. Five, they have to give me a job description. Six, I start working. So five things they have sacrificed for one.
To get you.
To take me there. So,
Yes.
so I am indebted to that company in that way.
Correct.
So then how can I say that it's because of my skill that company is today what it is? No, not like that. Because they have customers, so they are indebted to the customer. If there are no customer, there's no organization. If there are no employees, there is no organization. So they have to be filled with gratitude with employees. And employees have to be filled with gratitude with the organization. And both the organization and employee have to be in gratitude with customers.
Customers.
And now we are connected. That's the best way of living.
Best, yeah.
So then you get punya. Now, what do you do with that punya? Yes, you don't come back to human realm. So you need to collect these brownie points, otherwise it's not possible. So yesterday we did the dinam, and now today we are doing itham. The problem with Pali is that people don't understand it. They just put sacrifice and they don't know what really it means. This is a sacrifice, total. Any other question from anyone?
Very beautifully explained, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is another immoral deal, that you believe there's no sacrifice. So shall we go to the next one? Utta. So this is a very nice one. Yes, stands in, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Actually, what is the difference between, right, that we know I sacrifice, means I know I sacrifice something for you, something like that, and the thing was we sacrifice, but we don't know that we sacrifice it, but we don't mention it. Means I sacrifice it for you, something like that, right? What is the difference between that?
There's nothing difference or anything here. If you say I'm sacrificing for you, there is a selfishness. Like sometimes the mother will say, I've sacrificed so much for you.
Yeah, that we remember, right? That something happened and we say, I sacrificed this, that.
But what you need to know, Stanzin, is that irrespective whether you feel you have sacrificed it or not, you have sacrificed it. So better
Okay.
sacrifice without expectation, because you have to sacrifice.
Yes, but still we sacrifice, but we don't know that we sacrificing.
And that's the reason we are doing it today, right? We are in this
Mm.
class because we don't know that we are sacrificing.
Yes, yes, yes.
So now you know
That
that.
is,
Yes, go ahead.
remember that we sacrifice something, right? That is a selfishness.
No. If you say you have sacrificed, that becomes selfishness. You should
Okay,
know
okay.
that you have sacrificed, but then be humble that you are supposed to sacrifice.
Okay, actually, in our mind, sometimes we already had that, right? I sacrifice. We didn't say, but it's there in our mind.
You shouldn't.
Right? Okay.
You should practice to leave out taking credit of sacrifice, because everyone sacrifices in one way or
Okay.
other. See,
Okay.
during COVID, the hawkers, they sacrificed the disease and they have supplied everything. The volunteers, they have supplied medicines. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't say that, I went to a remote place and then there was, I didn't take injection because I was self-sustained. No, not at all. Nobody is self-sustained. Not possible. It's madness if somebody believes that he's self-sustained. No. You require somebody to give you food. That means somebody is sacrificing to give you food.
Okay.
So
Yes.
you just can't say that I'm, like some people say, I'm a self-made man.
Yes.
That person doesn't know that nobody is a self-made. Somebody made him, right?
Yes.
So how can he then say that I'm a self-made person? I am a independent. Nobody is independent. Each one of us are dependent on other for everything. If there is no fuel in the tank, you need to go to the petrol pump. So somebody is sacrificing the labor.
Okay.
If you want to go to a shopping mall or to a grocery store, then somebody is sacrificing. Yeah, you're paying them money, that's fine. You're just compensating for their hard work. That's all. So the first thing we need to give up is, I'm giving you money. No, you're compensating for the effort. It's just a compensation. It's a fair compensation. That's it. So that you don't take it for free. And that's what we need to do.
Okay.
Yes, Bobby.
So actually, it was a beautiful explanation. And what I was thinking is that whenever this sacrifice comes, there is, and next one, offerings, also that, it is so much of connection with the yajna, that it's just now you also told. So is Buddha has referred anything regarding yajna to this, whatever, offerings and
Yes, there is. In many suttas, in Tevijja Sutta to many suttas, you will find talking about that. He never is against with yajna, but he's saying that that doesn't lead to liberation. What we are talking now is there in Mahachattariska Sutta. We have gone through, we have already gone through with the Great 40. For getting worldly things, you need to do this. It's Punya Bhagya. What people think is, you don't even have to do this. You don't even have to do this. I can directly go there. No, not at all. Not even a dream. You have to fulfill all of this. And based upon this, you can go to the next one. It's like fulfilling something before you go to the next one. And then you have to give that up. So it's a gradual training. That's the reason he keeps on saying it's a gradual training. It's a gradual training. Yes, go ahead.
No, so you're saying something to somebody else, or?
No, I'm not saying to anything. That door was open.
Okay.
I asked Anjana to close it.
No, I said, go ahead. Okay. Well, actually, when you said that, it is a very pure sacrifice or offering is that, you sacrifice your time for someone else, by helping or, like what you're doing is explaining Dhamma, that is the purest sacrifice or, you're offering your help, So, but when you are doing this type of things, putting things in the fire, maybe putting even ghee or oil, or even offering flowers to Buddha. All these things. Also, what you are saying is included in the offering and
Yes, in both.
sacrifice.
In
So what is it? The first one? What you're talking? You're offering your help and service. Is the pure sacrifice. And the other one has what is the meaning of that? What you are actually getting from that?
No, I think you misunderstood. It has everything. It has the religious connotation. It also has the other connotation when there is ether. Ether is to sacrifice. It includes every kind of sacrifice, both religious and non-religious. So I am saying that whether you are from Judaism or Christianity or Islam or from this or from that or whatever it is, you need to do that sacrifice, including Ramadan. 1 month of fasting is a sacrifice. It's the best way to purify. 30 days of Ramadan is the best thing because it cuts your ego. So you need to sacrifice. Like that. Yeah, go ahead.
I agree with that, but what you say when you punya bhagya, like you can make this, how like putting ghee and all those things will give that
No, we are yet to come to Hutam. We are in Etham.
Okay. Even that is yajna is considered as sacrifice, right?
Yes.
Or is it offering?
Yajna is sacrifice. It's not offering. Offering is separate than sacrifice.
So what about they put this oil and everything? That is offering.
Yes, that is offering.
That's part of yajna, no?
Including sun oblation is an offering. It's huta. It's not ether. There's a difference between homa. Actually, ether brings in homa. Homa is to purify. Okay.
So I think when we discuss that, we can talk about it.
No, since you asked me this, I'm telling you, ether comes under homa.
So you said like you are going to explain that in next one, but how this putting ghee, oil and everything will give you?
Why? It is. There is somebody who is higher than you. Even if it is to the Varuna or to the Agni or to this and that, and they are there. Not that they are not there. Buddha never said they are not there. They're the foolish things. He's saying it is worldly. You will never get liberation. That's all what his contextual thing is. It's not to do it. Nowhere he has said, he says, does it give you sukha or does it give you dukkha? Like in the many suttas, including Tevijja Sutta, he says, doing this will not lead you to what you're looking at. You're looking at full liberation, and that doesn't do that. That's a different thing. But saying that it itself shouldn't be done is wrong. That's the reason it's called Michhaditti. It's distorted views. So if you're asking me why you should put ghee or oil in the fire, yes, that's for Agni. That's there. Whether you do it through this way or that way or whatever way, it doesn't matter. The procedure can be 100 different ways, but you are offering. Including offering a flower to a Buddha statue is still an offering. Okay, he is not putting in the fire, but he is putting in the feet of Buddha or the statue. So I would argue what the statue is going to do to you. So, and you going and giving food to the monks is also coming under Huta. You're offering.
There I'm eating. I'm seeing that he's eating, right? But here I'm not seeing that person.
That is the reason Buddha says it is Michhaditti, Nathi. Nati, please remember, Nati, even what you are doing for Annabelle and Ashley is Nati. You feel you are doing for children, but you are sacrificing, you're also offering them. Okay, and they're also offering you. So there's no way you can skip both sacrifice and offering. You understand, Bobby? It's no way you can escape this. But I might not know it. I might feel this is religious. Need not be religious. It's generic. You are doing it. You are offering. Maybe you might feel that, okay, that is a oil offering. It does. That is part of their belief system, but still it works. Like in the Christianity, there is.
Now, what I mean is it blind or is it real?
It doesn't matter. Either blind
No, but
or
like
no
for me,
blind.
like for example, if somebody doesn't know that is it comes in Śīla Paramasi, like no, you put flower.
All of this, Bobby, ultimately at Sotapanna, the Śīla Paramasa will go away. Till that time, till you come here, you are supposed to do this. Don't escape. Don't skip this step. That's what Buddha is saying.
Yeah.
It's Punya
After that, it
Bhagya.
will go.
It's Punya Bhagya. But some people get into thinking you shouldn't be doing it at all. First cross the river and break the bridge. Don't cut the bridge before you're crossed.
What about putting sacrificing animals and all?
Everything is the same.
Even that is punya bhagya, like
Yes.
killing.
Yes.
But you're killing animals, right?
Wait a second. There is Punya Bhagya. You will come back to the same existence. You will lose your lifespan. What if he gets into the Brahma realm by doing this? He will. But ultimately he'll come back. That's the difference between what Buddha is saying and what it is. Can you stop coming back? See, let's understand this in a proper perspective. Now you're eating non-vegetarian. Somebody, not you, somebody in our group eats non-vegetarian. So be it. They don't cut it, but some butcher is doing it and they buy it and they eat it. Or their children are eating, or their husband or wives are eating, but that person is not eating, irrespective. Right? But they are eating. Let's say they are eating. Has anything happened to them, their life? Nothing. So does that mean their lifespan is going to reduce? Need not be. If they are pious, then there's an increase in lifespan. So they go to a different realm in the next life. And after exhausting that, they come back to this life. Or they might go to the lower existence. So what is Buddha's way of doing is to purify in a way that you don't go to the lower existence. So you stop it. That's a difference. So if I feel I shouldn't be doing this in the first place is one extreme, or I should be doing it all the time is another extreme. Either it is Kama Sukhalokana Yoga or Arthakila Matanu Yoga. No, nothing like that. Just see what is the truth. The truth is you get what you deserve, or you get what you deserve, not what you wish for. Now you have to create conditions. If you wish for long life, please don't kill. If you wish not to lose property or whatever you have, possessions, don't steal. If you don't want to come into any womb existence, don't indulge in sexual intercourse. Right? Like that. It's about changing the conditions. But still Punya Bhagya. All these 10 moral deeds are Punya Bhagya. Please understand. It's not Lokuttara. But without this, you can't go to Lokuttara. It will be a foolish thing that I still have immoral deeds and I believe I can get into the Lokuttara. Like one day, Venugopal was asking, I think we did that for Chattariska Sutta while he was asking me some questions. That's a wrong way of understanding. that you shouldn't do this at all, you shouldn't do that at all. No, you should. But know that they don't lead to liberation. Yes, but still you need to do that. Without that, you can't go to the next one. It's just like a game where you have to clear 3 levels. You have to clear. Everyone has to clear. Like if you want to get into a graduation, you should do your high school. I can't say that, no, I want to straight away get into graduation. Sorry, you can't. Or to be in the high school. You finish your high school. I thought I can do graduation. No, you can't. So everything is a stepwise. So like that, oblations, the next one, huta. Actually, hu means is to offer. Huta is just offer. So I go to Ganges, I take that kamandala, let's say, and I offer to sun god. And I recite Aditya Hridaya. Will that work? It does. But is it Lokuttara? No. Is it Lokiya? Yes. Should I do Lokuttara or Lokiya? You have to do Lokiya and then give up that to get Lokuttara. Please refer to Rathopama, not Rathopama. That 7 chariots. Okay, there this question is there. Are you going to follow because of Śīla? And he says no. Then your Chitta purification, no, and this. And I think we have already done that. So then he asked this question. Then you just now said that's not for it. And now you're saying it's for it. He says, yes, ultimate aim is to give up. To give up, you have to do this. So Śīla Visuddhi will bring in Chitta Visuddhi. So without Śīla Vishuddhi, you can't go anywhere higher. So the 10 immoral deeds, including these 10 ones, what we are talking about, is as important as 9 them. Meaning the earlier 9, what we looked into, body and speech and abhijja vyapada. Now this one is as important as those. I can't say I don't believe in it. No, sorry. If you don't believe in that, then you're stuck. This is pain. It's true.
So, Abhilash, can I understand like this? So, this type of, offerings and all, I might have done before. Like you're saying, it is a ladder process, and it is a gradual thing. So, once you have sufficient faith in Buddha's teaching, Buddha Dhamma, you say that, it will automatically all these things, but you're not, so you are meaning that, you are not saying that you have a belief that it doesn't have any result, but you yourself may not do it because you have an understanding that, this might be some kind of blind nature in that.
No, nothing like that, Bobby. I think you have misunderstood. It's just like a high school graduate. He's completed it. Does he have to sit to the exam again? Tell me that.
No. If he's passed, that's fine.
That's all what it is. So you do this to pass that. This phase has to be passed. If I don't want to suffer, I have to do all of this. So it's conditions. You set the right conditions. I think many people don't understand the Dhamma because they don't know what's the meaning of condition. Sankata. Let me explain for the benefit of everyone. Sankata is from Sanskrit word Swayam Krita, self-created. So you create a condition. You're suffering because of a condition, not because of something somebody is doing to you. I created a condition. Now my condition is that if I want a long life, I need to do something to get there. So I want to live. I want to get liberated. Absolutely not. That's not my intention. I want to have a long life. I heard devas have long life. I heard Brahma has a long life, like that. So I do uposatha. And I might do other religious things of other religion, like the Upanishadic way of living, or I can even do yoga, I can do Tantra, I can do Christianity, I can do Islam, I can do Judaism, Zoroastrian, blah, 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 so many things, Hebrew, so many things. Would they lead to a longer life? And the answer is yes, they would. Who says they will not? And if somebody has misunderstood that Buddha never spoke about it, then it's wrong. He says it does, but can you create a condition where you don't come back from that existence? That we don't know. So his question have been, have you seen a Brahma? And the answer is no. Does your teacher know about Brahma? And the answer is no. Then his teacher, does they know Brahma? And the answer is no. Does the 7 rishis who wrote the Vedas know about Brahma? And the answer is no. So his question is, if none of them saw Brahma, then just by reciting something, how can you get Brahma? Isn't it not in that sutta? Yeah. Now, what is he trying to say? He's not saying that it's not there. It's there. But do you know how to go there? And they say, we know Sanskrit, we know the context, we know the grammar, we know this, we know that. He says, by doing that, you will never get it. You have to do something to be there. So then they ask, tell me what I should do. So he starts with Śīla. You know what takes you to a Brahman? What makes you a Brahmin? So then they ask, tell me. And then he gives step-by-step instructions. At the end of it, he becomes a Brahmin. He had misunderstood that he's a Brahmin, whereas Buddha told him how you can be a Brahmin, and then he became a Brahmin. So you create a condition. So Buddha Dhamma is about creating appropriate condition. It's just cause and effect. There's nothing else other than that. There's no assumptions. It's you create a condition, you will be there. So you have to first do this immoral removal to create that condition. I might not agree that there's Hutta, there's this, I don't agree. No, you agree, disagree is no relevance to it. You need to get into an agreement with it. There is. I don't think so. Sorry, then you are out of the loop. Yes, it's worldly. Agreed. But it's still worldly. It's there. As long as you're in this world. That's the reason, nati loko. But this is where that guy will come and say, there's no world. There's no next world, there's no this world also. So he's covered that also, saying that there is a world. If there is a world, you have to do all of this.
Sorry, Vilashi. Is there a possibility that somebody has already fulfilled these conditions and he has crossed that thing and he doesn't know about it?
There is always a possibility that we have done that and we don't know it, or we don't know how we or when we closed it or we completed it. That's perfectly logical. Yeah. Number 2 is that when you start working on Dhamma, you will understand it much better, and then you get into a Sotapanna stage, which removes the requirement for doing Sila Vitta Paramasa. But till that time, need to do it. I think we are running out of time for Hutta, so let me not open up Hutta. So I thought each day one can happen, because there's so much of confusion on this.
Yeah, thank you. Because this word is Huda, and whatever sacrifice and oblation is lot to do with. Like I have a song connection with all these offerings and the sacrifice in rituals way. So I just wanted to clarify that. I hope it has benefited everyone also. So,
Yeah, first let me benefit you, Bobby.
yeah, okay, thank you. Because I don't want to take everybody's time. This was a
No, we are sacrificing, Bobby.
thank you.
Sure. Yes, Chirag, go ahead.
Sir, just a small comment. Actually, I think I find it very useful that we are focusing on, let's say, small parts of the Śīla, because then it's easier to, let's say, grasp it, rather than covering a lot of content in the same lecture. So much appreciated. Also, I think just right now, you said something, I did not catch the word. Śīla something something something. Once you cross to Sotapanna, you don't need that. I forgot. I did not.
Let me tell you, it is Śīla with the Paramas. Okay, now let me put it in a cut ways. Śīla, Śīla, whatever we are doing. Vrata in Pali is Vrata, in Sanskrit Vrata, right? You keep Vrat, Raktena Vrat in Hindi. Okay, so many Vrats of North India or South India, East India, or anywhere in the world, they all have some kind of Vrat. Like Christmas or Easter, all these are Vrat, or even Ramadan is a Vrat actually. You don't eat for the whole month. It's called holy month because you don't do that, basically. So everyone has some Vrat or the other. Vows. In English, vows. You take vow and say, I will not do this from today. It's a Vrat. Paramasa. Paramasa, in meaning to say that you feel this is very important and that's all you can do. So you keep on doing the rituals, thinking that that is more than sufficient for my liberation. Example, somebody goes to church on Sunday and he doesn't skip even one Sunday to the same church or to the same mosque or say prayers, this, that. I will keep on doing it. All rituals, all ritual, all ritual, all ritual. And perfection in rituals leads me to liberation. And that's what is called as Śīla Pita Paramasa. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that doesn't lead to liberation, but that is a precursor to liberation. Meaning,
yes,
without that you can't do anything, but with that you can't do anything either.
Right, right. Also, I also wanted to clarify or add something to Bobby's question, if I may have the permission, sir.
Yes, why not? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think one thing I wanted to comment is I think what I've noticed is I think some practitioners take it too literally, let's say this letter about not believing in rites and rituals. But I think it is really about not believing in anything blindly, whatever practice it is. It does not mean you don't think that there are, let's say, only the practices I try, these are the only practices and no other practices outside Dhamma work. I think it's more like anything you practice, you only judge it based on the results it gives. You do not follow anything blindly. So let's say for my example, right, even before, let's say, the retreat, I used to go to temple, but mostly, I would be like, okay, something more of a ritualistic way, right? I have to go to temple and, perhaps like, let's say I'm expected to go to temple and so on. And what I've noticed is that, let's say after the retreat, or let's say after becoming Sotapanna, I still go to temple on Saturday, but actually whenever I go to temple and, I, let's say, visit the different deities, my heart is full of gratitude because, let's say, I've achieved so much, and mostly I'm just expressing gratitude that, hey, let's say I've come so far and, thanks for, let's say, bringing me here and helping me cultivate all these qualities. And that's all I wish for. So let's say I do not necessarily believe that that will lead me to liberation, but that's something I have to do anyway to cultivate my own heart, to develop those qualities. So in a, let's say, very literal sense, there is still like a ritual going on, but this is not like some blind faith that this ritual is, let's say, going to lead me to some abstract result, but it's more like I'm trying to cultivate my heart as I do that thing. And let's say, I directly feel it. I don't have to, let's say, trust that, this may happen or that may not happen. That moment I, let's say, pray or, do that thing, I do it unconditionally, let's say.
Correct. That's the right way of doing it. Absolutely right way. Anyway, good then. You continue doing whatever you're doing. It's the best thing. So should we end for today? All right.